You know what's something that I didn't mention? I don't think it made it on air.
What?
The whole idea of tokens in the Hunger Games.
Tokens.
The idea of bringing something in to represent you. But they were very specific with, like, it can't be a weapon. It can't be something you can use in order to cheat your way into winning the Hunger Games.
Mm-hmm.
The fact, I wanted Peeta to bring a piece of bread.
You did mention this, but you know what? I agree with you. Because he was the boy with the bread.
I wanted that piece of bread to be what saved him. I wanted an arrow to go through his shirt and hit the bread. And then everyone's like, oh my gosh, Peeta. And it gets quiet. But
and it's like red, but it's like raspberry filling.
I know. Raspberry croissants. Like, I wanted that. I would have eaten that up.
But it felt like the movies were not the same as the books. So they didn't have tokens. Right?
They didn't. And what's the point? What's the point? Can anyone bring anything on there?
I don't know.
The fact that you can get away with just bringing something.
Uh-huh.
Because she literally hid her pin under her shirt, but then it was visible the whole time.
Mm-hmm.
What if I had brought several
bread.
things? What if I was bread? What if I just baguettes up every limb?
I think it would be so funny if you bring something like super useless. Like, can you imagine if I just bring a slinky? And it's just like, I'm just wearing it like bracelets.
Me? I know. Hey, guys.
But then everyone can hear you.
Oh
so,
gosh.
I mean.
Me, like, we're in like the desert Hunger Games and everyone's like, oh my gosh, it's so hard out here. What did you guys bring? What did you think? And I got this little thing of water. And me with like a paper fan. Yeah, that's crazy, guys. Cuts to me reality show style facing the camera. No, I thought it was a really iconic move. Love this for me.
Oh my God, if they remake the Hunger Games and
But it's not like Love Island.
Yeah. I just
TM. Save that. That's ours. That one's ours. That's crazy.
God.
It's filmed Hunger Games filmed like Love Island. Host Snow. Here are the contestants.
Snow is the host.
Yes.
He's not.
No, it would have to. No, you know who it would be?
Caesar.
Yes, it would be Caesar.
With his big ass teeth.
Oh my. Whoa. Okay. Hold on.
They're not real, right? No, they're not.
They definitely are.
Real. No. You want to bet?
Shaved this man.
You want to bet they're not
They're real.
No.
Okay, Caesar had a thing about him. Had a little quirky thing about him. His teeth.
They're not real.
Look them up.
Okay.
This man's going to have those teeth and you're going to have to go put on a sweater, put your hair in a bun and film an apology right now.
Caesar
Flickerman?
Flickerman?
I don't see any Caesar Flickerman thirst edits.
Why would there be any?
I'm asleep right now. That's why. Wait until you get me and a phone together. It's dangerous out there.
Of course, Stanley Tucci. Of course, I knew that. Stupid.
You're looking at the mirror later. Be better.
Let me see those teeth.
See those
Come
pearly whites.
on. But teeth. This is weird. This is so weird. See, those are not his teeth.
Oh, wait. There's something kind of magnificent.
You see
about
that?
this. Oh my God, they're not
But
his teeth.
they did that on purpose.
It's supposed to look like very...
like veneers, you know?
Yes.
Because they're too white also.
Yes. Oh,
How did we get on this topic?
Today, we're not going to be talking about the plot.
Sorry.
Oh my gosh, you bring the whole house down right now. Today, we're not going to be talking about the plot of the Mockingjay.
No, because we already did that on Tuesday. So please go listen to that episode. Right now, we're just going to talk about the movie.
Having a girly moment.
We're just having a girl talk.
Yes. So, do you think talking about the final movies, part 1 and part 2 of the Mockingjay,
Yes.
do you think that can fix your life?
Yes, I do.
Welcome to the Book Fix Podcast, a podcast that fixes lives one book at a time. Oh my gosh, our Hunger Games moment.
Where we fix lives.
Where we fix lives one book at a time and movie at a time.
Book Flix edition.
Thank you. This is a long title. I'm your host, Cheli.
And I'm your host, Yajaira.
Dude.
We should dress like Caesar.
Well, you kind of got this whole gold going on today. Your eyeshadow is amazing.
Thank you. Shout out to ColourPop.
I'm going to... Hold on. I feel like I should have dressed... I'll be right back. Can you wait?
Yeah.
I go home.
Yeah, I'll wait. I'll wait.
It's just like 30 minutes of you like...
So guys, what's up?
I don't know what happened to any of my eyeshadow. She's gone.
Someone stole it.
Someone out there.
And I think I know who it was.
Who was it? I know who it was. I know who it was. It was probably my cats. They probably destroyed it.
Yeah.
They look slay.
But they look good, so that's all that matters.
My cats, but they're like contoured, and I'm like, oh,
You look different today.
So the Mockingjay.
Yes, Mockingjay.
These movies came out in 2 parts, which again,
We hated. I don't understand why movies started to do this trend of like part 1, part 2.
was Twilight first?
I thought it was Harry Potter.
Oh, you're right. It was Harry Potter. But honestly,
I'm only guessing.
that felt pretty good. Harry Potter being a part 1 and part 2.
Are you saying Twilight did not
I don't think
need
Twilight needed that.
It didn't.
Remember part 1, you specifically telling me that you went to go watch it with your mom, and that whole end scene of part 1, she was like...
It was part 2.
Part 2?
Yeah.
She was like, what's happening?
She grabbed my arm, squeezed it. She was like, what the fuck? She was so mad at me. It was amazing.
But that didn't feel like it needed to happen.
That did need to happen, but I feel like they could have just put part 1 and part 2 together, skip all of the unimportant stuff. You know what I mean?
So, Mockingjay.
Mockingjay part 1.
Do you feel, without telling me anything else about the story, do you feel like it should have been 1 part?
I think that it should have just been 1 long part. It could have just been a longer movie.
Okay.
Maybe not as long as it is like with the 2 parts, but I don't know. Because I do think that they developed a lot in terms of, getting her ready to be propaganda.
I will.
But also, like, we were missing stuff still.
Yes.
We needed more of Peeta and Katniss, especially because we didn't have enough of them in the second one. And especially because of what happens to him.
Yeah.
And they really dropped the ball on that one.
And I will say the entire sequence at the end, it's mostly part 2, the whole squad 451 and them going to the Capitol, but they're really just like the glamour crew where they get shots of Katniss in like the field, but she's not really fighting. Mm-hmm. And Peeta's there too.
It's like green screen.
Yes. But that I hated how long it was.
Yeah.
Even in the book, I was like, I don't really care about their recon mission. Mm-hmm. I just want to see them get to the end.
Yeah, I agree with you.
So, I don't know. And the idea of like the entire war happening around her and not with her, I wasn't really a fan of that either.
Yeah.
So I didn't really see a point in all of that. That could have definitely been shortened, and this could have definitely been 1 part. But
I think what I did appreciate was seeing how awkward she was when she tried to be a leader, for the rebellion. And she was just so natural at it when she was in a position where people were being hurt. Yeah. And she would just say something moving.
Yeah.
Or like when someone threatened to kill her and she was just like, do it. Like, you're just going to be doing what Snow wants you to do anyway.
Yep.
And do we really want to make him happy?
Yeah. I thought that Jennifer Lawrence did an amazing job portraying like a good Katniss at this point of the story.
Yes, I agree.
Peeta being hijacked.
Oh, dude, it hurts. The fact that Katniss made it and the Capitol took him and Joanna, and then they just like hijacked their brains, mostly Peeta.
Yeah.
So that every memory that he had with her was like messed with. Mm-hmm. I don't know. They just kind of would hurt him anytime he would think about her.
And Josh did such a good job portraying that, because there were moments where there would be like a lot of chaos happening and you could see him like hitting his head and like muttering to himself. And he was doing the same thing that Katniss did at the beginning of the first book, where he was repeating like, I'm Peeta, I'm from District 12. Mm-hmm. And he was just trying to ground himself.
It happened in this movie, in Mockingjay Part 1. She started by saying, I'm Katniss, I'm from District 12. And then she was like grounding herself too. So they had that in common also.
Dang.
But let's start off by comparing and contrasting the love triangle. Let's get that out of the way.
I don't care about Gale.
Oh.
I don't.
Oh.
I will say this, his entire person becoming someone who was really into uprising and was really into war because he wanted to make a difference. That kind of felt the same. But the turning point for him with the whole Prim's death,
which he may or may not have caused.
I felt like it was a little more sad and impactful in the movie.
Yes, I agree.
Which is surprising because I didn't think that was going to move me as much as it did.
Yeah, because in the book, we both agreed that it felt so like hollow in the book. Like he wasn't even sorry that Prim died, and he kind of just took it as like, well, now you're not going to pick me then. Yeah. I guess I lost.
And honestly, I would have felt like I misread that. But the fact that you felt the same way after reading that part, it literally, like, that felt so out of character of him. And it was pretty disappointing that that was the way they resolved it.
Yeah.
But I really liked the movie version of this because you could hear him in his voice say, like, I was supposed to be the one that protected your family, and I'm the one that's hurting them.
Yeah.
And instead of, like, offering an explanation, because he was about to, when Katniss was like, you can go.
Just leave.
Just leave. You could see the hurt in his face when he's like, okay.
Like he wanted to say more, but it was pointless. So Prim died because he made a bomb?
So him and Beatty had made bombs that were supposed to look like capital gifts.
Oh, the gifts, yeah.
So they purposefully made those bombs go off because they wanted it to seem like the Capitol didn't care. But can I be honest?
Yes.
That wouldn't do much.
I think it would. Like, if you thought that the president killed a bunch of children, you know, because it was mostly kids up there.
Yeah.
I think it would cause people to be like, you know what, just kill him. Kill the president.
I feel like your government has to be at a very fragile position for that to affect the entire people, though. Yeah. Because, like, what I'm saying is, like, yes, it would affect me, definitely. Yeah. But I feel like there would always be people like, no, but you don't understand it. You know?
Why were the kids there? Like, like trying to justify, okay. But I think because it looked like it came from the Capitol, it was easier for Coin to be like, yeah, look at what the president did. Crazy.
It was kind of sad, too, the fact that you can hear all of the people at that moment going like, they're gifts. It's gifts from Snow. And you can see like the hands of the kids reaching
it's
up.
Sad. Yeah.
It is. But it very much felt like feeding animals. You know, it's like you guys literally do everything he says because he just gives you things.
Yeah.
So I don't know. That scene was very, very good. I'm sorry I always talk about him, but Peeta,
go ahead.
So I didn't realize how bad his hijacking was when I read the book. Like, I knew it was bad, obviously. But when they were doing that whole squad 451, 481, the whole recon,
he attacked Katniss.
He attacked Katniss and someone had died because of that. In the book, I just imagine like he got lost in the sauce. Like he was gone.
Yeah.
But this man was like basically dismembered and just held up.
Yeah. It was brutal.
It was brutal. So when Peeta was like, you guys got to leave me here. Honestly, if I was part of that team, I'm like, yeah, we do have to leave him here. He could do that to any of us. So the fact that Katniss is like, no, it's like,
no, I love him too much.
No, Katniss, don't get me wrong, me too.
Yeah.
But that just felt like more of a reason for him to stay.
It honestly surprised me that Gale didn't use this as an opportunity to be like, this man's crazy.
Look at him.
Look at how damaged he is. Not me, babe.
Not me, babe. I'm 100%. And I lift. It's like, I really liked that moment where Gale and Katniss are talking and she's like, what are you thinking about? And he's like, something selfish. I was like, are you thinking that you have a chance with me now that he's like this? It's like, no, I think that I don't have any chances anymore.
Because she always is kissing the one that she pities.
Yeah. Damn. Oh, damn.
I hate that though. I
know.
hate that because I think she even. Oh my god! It like annoyed me so much how much she kissed Gale. Even in these 2 movies, I was like, "Girl, I know that you're nothing serious with Peeta, but you kind of are, just a little
Kind
bit."
of are. I hate that the real only kiss that they had, and I loved this kiss that they had.
Mm-hmm.
But when Peeta's kind of losing it, he's spiraling, and she kisses him and is like, "You're here with me.
Mm-hmm.
You're not leaving." And he's like, "No, I'm not, babe. That back there, that wasn't me. That crash out was not me, babe."
It's so embarrassing.
And I lived.
Yeah.
Like, you know, he's like,
Everyone just lives.
no, but I really liked that moment, and the fact that they only had that one moment, and her and Gale had like 40 moments.
It sucks. I guess I kind of get why people ship her with Gale.
You know what this book and this movie was lacking?
Dialogue?
Yes, but I kind of wish Gale and Peeta had sort of a
Don't
thing.
go there.
Just like not even a friendship, just a...
They did communicate.
Yeah, they talked twice.
Yeah.
They took out the part in the first book, in Mockingjay Part 1, should have been in Part 1, when Gale is training Haymitch, Peeta, and Katniss for the Hunger Games because they might go back and they need to train.
Yeah.
They cut out the part where Katniss and Gale were walking together and was like, "What'd you think about Peeta?" And he's like, "My God, I wish he was less likable because I think I'm falling in love."
Because I'm also falling in love.
I know. Did you see him? He picked up that bread and was like,
And then when he also made bread with his other hand.
yeah. But then he couldn't reach the table and he was like, "Gale, uppies." Got me
Stop
fucked up.
making fun of him.
I know, because I love Josh Hutcherson. I love him. It's not his fault.
Oh my God, you're not making it better.
No. They didn't have that scene, and I really like that scene. I like the idea of Gale being like, "Oh my God, Peeta's so cool. He's so nice." I wanted them to make bread together.
I'm okay without it because you know what I really wanted?
What?
I wanted a sense of, oh, they're falling in love again.
Yeah.
Peeta and Katniss.
Yes.
It wasn't there.
It wasn't there. That's funny because I remember reading the book and watching the movie.
Mm-hmm.
That whole ending scene where Peeta comes back, when I was younger and I read that it was literally just both of them living in Victor's village, it didn't feel like love.
No, when you were younger, you felt that?
Yeah.
Like it wasn't love?
And even watching it again, that scene where they're older and you see them with their 2 kids, Katniss doesn't look happy.
Well, I mean, Jennifer Lawrence didn't really smile much.
I know.
As
she
Katniss.
should have at the end.
Her first smile.
Her first smile.
Yeah, and then she's like rocking her baby and telling them, "One day I'm going to tell you about the games and how it started, how it ended." But I mean, Peeta looked cute with the toddler.
He did. I liked him with his long hair.
I wish that Haymitch would have been there. Where was he? At least if they would have shown us like a bottle, a bottle of alcohol.
Is that a what's it called? A fire shot?
Don Julio.
A Don Julio. A mini Don Julio. It's a little Hennessy. Those are the only 2 alcohols I know.
Don't quiz me on any other.
Me trying to sound cool. I don't drink much.
I know, same. So I was gonna say we didn't talk about Effie.
That's what I was gonna say.
Oh my god! We're so aligned.
Dude, I know. So even the movements we do. Effie was not really a big character in the books, and she was not a survivor in Mockingjay. Like they didn't keep her at the end. She wasn't in District 13, but she made it to District 13 in the movies.
Yes.
And she even had a little bit of a romance.
Yeah. How did you feel about that? The fact that she kissed, or Haymitch kissed her? She kissed Haymitch? Yeah. They shared a kiss.
They kissed on the cheek first, as friends do. But then looked at each other and was like, hold on.
That's not enough.
This isn't enough. To me, it felt kind of like a kiss of recognition of like, hey,
recognizing their feelings for
if
each
we
other.
ever pass by the same bread store and I reach for a loaf and you reach for a loaf and our fingers touch,
Yeah.
I'm not saying no. I'm not saying no.
Okay.
I really liked that. Like, I like them, the idea of them being together.
I like the idea of them being together too, but I just wish that it would have been more clear.
Yeah.
Like, are we going somewhere or not?
And I don't want their love, because Sunrise is going to come out soon. Not anytime soon, but, you know, it's coming out.
Yeah.
In the near
Haymitch's
future.
story.
If Effie is brought up in any way.
She is. They casted her.
Yes. But if she's brought up in, like, the future in any kind of way, like how they end up, I really hope that their love seems genuine. Because I don't want her to superficially be with Haymitch, because I feel like Haymitch has so much more layers than all these characters let on.
Yeah.
Like, I want her to understand Haymitch. So,
I don't think there would be anything in his story though.
Don't say
with
that
Effie.
to me. Don't say
Unless
that.
they show like the older versions of
I
them.
want them to. I want them to be, because there's a part where he's like, yeah, I used to think there was no hope until I met Katniss and Peeta.
Yeah.
Those are his kids.
And Effie.
And Effie. He does a carving in a tree and it's all their signatures. Or all their
silhouettes.
It'd be fucked up. Oh my god.
That would be so beautiful. I am so excited for Haymitch's movie to come out, but I'm not looking forward to the tears, the ending, the ripping my heart out.
I finished reading that book at 5 a.m. at a gas station.
Shout out.
And I felt so just heartbroken.
Mm-hmm.
And I know it's going to fuck me up.
Yeah, same.
But we still need to get through Ballad of Snakes and Songbird.
Yes, true.
And I heard that the main character is compared a lot to Peeta.
Oh, so you should love her then.
Yes. But compared to her, or compared to him in the way that Peeta was a performer through and through, and he was very well loved by...
Charismatic.
Yes, because he's so great at that.
Mm.
But he should not have won the Hunger Games.
He would not have won.
No.
Had it not been for Katniss.
Yes. Apparently...
And Finnick.
Apparently, that's how our main character in Songbird is. And I'm kind of excited to see how one person, her, wins it by herself. Like, I want to see what happens.
I'm so excited because I love Rachel Zegler.
Snow comes in. That's my girl. They're together, right?
I don't know.
I think they are, because it was brought up in Sunrise, the Covey girl.
Yeah.
So
I think they are, because I know Rachel Zegler tweeted something or Instagram something that was like, not my ex being Voldemort.
She's so funny. Okay, but do you have anything else you want to say about these movies?
How did you feel about Finnick's end? We didn't talk about that.
I felt like it happened. Oh, it sucks.
I know.
Susie, cover your ears.
Cover your ears. This is a complaint.
Him dying felt more like a thing to garner reactions.
Yeah.
There was no...
And it did. It garnered reactions.
It should not have... That should not have happened.
I agree. I felt like he just got married.
Yeah.
And he had a baby that he didn't even know about. Did he? I don't remember.
Yeah, he did.
Oh, he did? Oh, okay. Cool.
Mini Finnick.
Yeah.
That's what they named.
Finnick 2.0. But how did you feel about the ending, though? The ending being babies.
I don't mind it.
Okay.
I'm okay with it.
Yeah.
I just feel like I would have liked to see a little more emotion out of Katniss and the developing of her feelings.
But I did like that scene, though, near the end when he asked, "You love me, real or not real?" And she said, "Real." Shut up, Katniss.
Shut up. You're obsessed with me.
It's the only
only
time she's shown any love. Well, I guess has said that she loves him.
And the fact that even though he was still dealing with the whole hijacking and everything like that, the first thing he did when he came back to Victor's village was bring her primrose bushes.
That was so cute.
That's
He's like, "Where do I put this bush?" And she
You
hugs.
a man that brings you a whole fucking bush. Put it to the left.
Oh, wait, that's something I wanted to bring up too. So in the book, I felt like Katniss didn't really mourn Prim. Or not that I remember anyway, but I really, really loved that in the movie, she didn't mourn her until like the end. After she, killed Coin. Snow died because he got trampled.
In the capital for a long time. It didn't hit her until she got back to Victor's village and saw her cat.
Yeah, and then she started screaming and crying. Oh, that part was so sad.
It was really sad. I feel like although this wasn't the strongest movie out of the three, it definitely hit a lot.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree. And I felt like I was satisfied with Snow's death. He basically was killed by everybody else. Everybody else was hitting him.
That's crazy.
So we still hate Snow.
But in the book, he was trampled, right? They didn't hit him. It was like he was laughing and then he either died by choking in the snow or he was trampled to death.
Yeah. Well, you thought he died laughing. Like, just laughed too much. Hurt himself.
I know.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
Dang.
Some lines are kind of confusing, to be honest, because I did not understand how Finnick died.
Nothing against you, Susie. It's okay.
Look away, Susie.
We all have moments of weakness.
Oh my God, we're so biased.
I know. Literally, this should not be considered a review because movie, 5 out of 5. I'm just saying, ate this shit up.
Yeah, we're really good. 5 out of 5.
5 out of 5.
Love this series so much. I think it aged really well. I would watch it again. I will show this to
your kids.
If I have any kids, I'll show it to them. If I have any pets, I'll show it to them.
I saw this fake HGTV home remodeling show. Because you know those shows that was like, their kids said they like cars, so I made their entire room a race car thing.
Yeah.
I saw one that was like, their kid likes the Hunger Games, so I made their whole thing the arena. And every night, it's going to play the survivors, and she's going to be on there because she made her. Like, it was something like that.
Oh my God,
and it's
that's
like, Jesus.
traumatizing.
It's like, we're not going to let her drink water so she can really feel the thirst.
Oh my God.
Yeah, and I was like, Jesus.
There's no close bathroom. Actually, we took out the bathroom completely.
No bathroom for her. No people, no contact.
Actually, there's no kitchen either.
No.
You're going hungry today. I saw one where I guess the person really loved horses. So they made the wall, like just filled it with hay. Oh my God, I would go crazy.
My favorite type of videos are the ones where people react to that. Like, to their house
and they're
remodels.
just like,
this isn't going to work.
Oh. Or they start crying.
Oh my God.
So sad. Us being Pisces, I would be like, I love it.
We wouldn't say anything.
It's so good.
And even to ourselves, we would be like, okay, but it's not that bad, right?
It's not that bad.
It could have been worse.
Like, I love hay.
I could get into this.
I start sneezing. Still so good.
That being said, to anyone listening to us in audio form, that being Spotify or Apple Podcast, thank you so much. If you can please leave a rating of 5 stars and a review recommending us our next read or our next watch, that would be amazing.
So if you're looking for an extra way to support us just a little bit more, we do have a Patreon, which you can find at patreon.com/bookfix. But if you aren't looking for something that's monthly, we do also have Coffee, which is ko-fi.com/thebookfix or buymeacoffee.com/thebookfix.
If you are watching us, thank you so much. If you can like, comment, subscribe, and hit that notification bell because we post every Tuesday and Thursday. Next week is finally our book of the month, which is going to be Songbird.
I'm so excited.
As of now, both you and I haven't read or watched it.
Yes.
We're going to be different people when we come back.
I think so. I don't know. I have no idea. I'm scared.
I'm excited to read it. If you want to follow our book clubs in order to follow along with what we have said about those books, about that book, or follow any of our social medias, you can find all of the links to that on our link tree, linktr.ee/thebookfix. Thank you so much for watching, and we will see you next time.
Bye. Okay, last moment for us to really mean it. Fuck Snow.
I hate him.
Yeah, I hate him so much.
It sounds like I can't hate this man. I do. When I'm angry,
Yeah.
I look up a picture of him to be even angrier.
Really? Can you imagine if you had like a dartboard with his face on it? And it's like,
Oh my gosh. Just let it out.
so angry.
Oh my gosh. But I just want you to know who I am today will not change. I hate him.
You swear?
And I'll never like him and I'll never sympathize.
Okay.
Me a Pisces, I won't let him in.
I definitely don't have that I can fix him in me, you know?
No, I
just
don't.
like trying to come out.
We have to stay true to this.
Yes.
Okay.
I will not want to fix him.
I swear.
I swear. Also, I don't like him when he's bald.
Yeah.
With the buzz cut, I
Oh my
should
god,
say.
both you and I come bald.
No.
You're not down, and that makes me sad.
You just cut your hair and it looks so good.
Thank you.
Don't mess with it.
I cut it myself. Isn't that crazy?
Dude, you're so talented.
I don't know why I do it. I do.
You're so
Stress.
talented. Stop. You could be like a hairdresser.
Oh my gosh. Our Wednesday episodes.
You're just
cut random people's hair.
You know, I'm at TM.
I know. Save. Hold on. Wait. Book snips. Thank you. I'm just.
Yes! And you're cutting it like different book covers. What book cover is this?
It's a QR code to like someone's Kindle. Oh my god. TM.
I love this so much. I can't wait.